What's up, orcs and humans? Murta here with my usual video here showing you and watching together the new models for weapons and creatures with the new build added to Battle for Azeroth Alpha that has been released yesterday night. So also some things that I want to share with you about this new alpha build is some new customization for Blood Elf. You can now choose to have green or golden eyes like the Lady Juliadrin portrait in Hearthstone. But also we know some information about how we will unlock the scenario to play Magar Orcs and Dark Iron Dwarf. Basically these two race, sorry, are not tied to a certain reputation. So we will only need to complete a series of quest chain and then we will be able to play the scenario to unlocking them. And this makes some people believe that probably there is a possibility that we can unlock these two rays before the release of Battle for Azeroth, and we can obtain them during the pre-event, which will be a juicy addition compared to some pets or a tabard or a leveling or armor set that will vendor as the game comes on live. So now let's give a look to these new weapon models. So we have here Charlemagne, the sword of the dead warrior Breen, which now is being used by Anduin. As you can see now, that red glow that was in this spot has now became yellow, probably to the connection that Anduin had with the light, being a priest. Other interesting weapons that we have are these Nazmir themed weapons, which I believe also these bow are tied to the raid. He have three different color schemes, so probably one type for heroic, normal, and LFR. As this mace, this I strongly believe this is a shield. These daggers. Then we have, of course, this cool horde bow coming from the war fronts. And probably these are certain, we know that their sets have tier, the armor, so maybe expect that maybe even the weapons have a tier of, of power. So probably this could be tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Could be that, or maybe I'm completely wrong. Then we have some weapons from profession. So we have this mace, I don't really get if it is one hand or two hand, coming from engineering. This is really interesting because for engineering only made guns and which are never been used by any other class than hunters. Then you have of course some staves that probably will be made from, I don't know. I was thinking about description, but with all these gems, maybe this weapon came from joy crafting. That could be a possibility because the base of the staff is made of metal. It's not made with wood. Then we have other stuffs here. I believe also this one are tied to engineering because they has this power core here, this battery around here. And then we have this creepy Huffend, which I believe will come from the Drasvar dungeon of Drasvar Manor. You can see here we have this eyes, some teeth, so really tied to the Witch of Drasvar, but I will not spoil also that. Here we have instead some, I think these weapons are still tied to Drasvar because have that look similar to them because they have some creatures that have these shapes, this kind of shape on of the head. And then here we are with the new model. So it's official, this is the Dark Cairo mount. So I was expecting them to have probably like a flame ram or something similar, but instead they have a Quran, which if you missed 4 years ago the anniversary for the 10 years of Warcraft with level 100 Bolter Core, and you have missed the chance to get your core round mount, and you dislike the green ones with all that green that we saw in Legion. Well, for Alliance can at least get something back. But I don't like the shape of it because uh, the core hound is a bit more massive. This one is a little more. The legs are really tiny compared to the usual core round. And I don't know how this mount will move. It will probably move like or a horse or a ram. I don't know. Also, always for drawers, they are going to change their paladin mount, so you will no longer use the charger or the warhorse, but instead they will have these new rams, which I believe this one is for the Bronzebeard ones, and this one is for the Dark Iron paladins because it's much more similar. It has this black, this fire over here, so much more like for one for Dark Irons and one for Bronzebeard dwarves. Then we have this Blood Abomination that probably we will see in the new dungeons of Nasmir and the new raid of Uldir. Kinda creepy. And it's been since the models of the Abomination, Fasterguard and Putricide, there is something this creepy in game. And this is not the creepiest one that has been released with this build, but it's really interesting because it has this blood tissue right here, then you have this blue part like here with these blue lights, like some kind of like the deep sea fish. They have that that flare on the head with the light, so kind of really creepy. Then we have the premium version of the core round, but without any armor on it. So probably we have to fight some of them, or probably they are present in a Dark Iron hub when you create one. And here, probably the creepiest model I ever see World of Warcraft. We have these beastmen. These are really Diablo-like. As you can see, they have this pig head uh, tied to the body. They have been pretty much tailored to them. This this arm has been replaced. The the right leg has been replaced with a pig foot. So really creepy. And we have various tints of them, but also some even different. This one is even creepier. As you can see, they have been removed the hands from it, and they have replaced it with this piece of metal. Wow, I would expect it something that in a game like Amnesia, but on Warcraft, I'm curious to see. For example, I will manage something like that for the China audience, which they have a lot of censorship. If you don't know, in China, undead NPC can the model has been reworked so they don't show bones or whatsoever. So really creepy. And this one is, you have the head more similar like a bird. They also have this pig foot, and there's hand here. I don't know what they had. I don't know, just a piece of of wool on it. I don't know what kind of tissue is that. Yes, really creepy. There is also a big one. Various kind of this monster, this undead man pig, man pig bear. I don't know, but jeez, this really creepy. And probably I'm going to say that see what I'm seeing right now, Kultiras is winning a lot for my preference as a zone. All these creepy additions to Drasvar, it makes me think like a bit of The Witcher and Bloodborne. If you play that game, it is awesome and really scary and creepy. Then we have this Titan female, but of course it is a Titan Watcher. And as you can see that the armor is made tied to, of course, the Urdi Raid, which is a Titan facility made to experiments on samples and flesh of the old gods. So very interesting. I believe this is what this, she will we will meet them in Huldir. And then we have this water elemental boss. So the one which they talk about at BlizzCon, this water elemental, and this is really cool because of course the model is the one of Immersius, the boss, the first boss of Cyber Wargrimmar. But what is really cool and I like is this tentacle on their on their face. And this makes me think that, guys, Battle for Azeroth is just an excuse. This expansion is full of all gods reference in it. And I strongly believe, and I'm going to write it, that the final boss of this expansion is going to be Kulgai Nozoth. I strongly believe about it. We will go to seal the deal with the old gods with this expansion. And then for last we have this Ancient King Council Warrior. So the model is the one of the female blood trust, the dire ones, but this one is more looks like Zandalari. He have this helm, this hat similar to the one that wears the Prophet Zul. Also, we can see somehow this the legs over here do not they just tinted or these are like a necrosis because probably she is an undead. I don't know, but maybe it's tied to the beginning of the old experience questing. So where you have to choose, so you have introduction where you come to Zandalar, where you will meet all the Zandalar leaders, and then you will have to choose which zone you will quest with, if it will be Zuldazar, Nazmir, or Voldoom. So maybe this one is a member of the Council of King Rastakan, which is composed by, of course, Prophet Zul, Yasma, and Vokan, which are the two bosses of the Atal Dazar dungeon. So a lot of cool models. I really like that in for what they are addition. I like the new Rams. Is I hope they will made back. They will give a bit of love even to the human ones at this point because paladins, women's drop were sharing the same mount. The Draenei got a new ones in Cataclysm as did the Taurens. And no, also Blood Elf Paladins share the same mount, but of course it has a different color pattern. So the humans one, the level 21 is blue and iron. The Blood Elf one is red and iron. Then it is golden iron, and that one's full blood red. So interesting, and I can only hope to play the alpha very soon enough. As you can see, I fixed the resolution for my monitor. I switch over to a better monitor, and soon I'm going to buy a new computer, which will allow me also to stream. And I hope that this change of and this upgrade of computer will allow me to maybe I hope so to get an alpha key so that I can maybe show you this model in action and no longer just here on the internet. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.